Hey there, if you want to crush at wholesaling real estate, then definitely watch this video. I just got off a call with a client, and there's a lesson here that I want to share that took me a while to figure out when I was starting to wholesale real estate almost a decade ago. Will probably help you make tens of thousands of dollars more on a monthly basis and allow you not to leave any money on the table. I was talking with a client of mine, and he's working on a really big deal right now. It'll make about $300,000 on it if it closes. The thing about wholesaling real estate is that typically you get paid in proportion to the problems that you solve, right? You get paid $10,000, $20,000 because from a cash buyer, because you solve a pretty important problem, right? They need houses, distressed houses to flip, right? That's a big problem that you solve. What you need to keep in mind too, like the hairier a deal, if there's litigation, right? Like pending lawsuits on it, if it needs like full construction job, a lot of these times, these deals, with a lot of hair on it, they can be extremely valuable. But when they're that unique and there's that many things going wrong with it, like let's imagine there's like 2 lawsuits that already happened on a deal and 1 pending lawsuit, title's all messed up, it's completely distressed, it's $1 million plus home, so your buyer pool's already very small. Those are some hairy things, right? Those are some flags that a lot of cash buyers won't like. And those are some things that if you're not experienced, then that can take a lot of your time, right? And time is one of the most important resources. And what we need to do, right, when we have a deal that has a lot of hair on it that may not go through, yes, it may be a big deal. It may have a huge freaking payday, but you cannot just put all your eggs in that one basket for that deal, meaning you cannot just stop thinking about the rest of your pipeline. You know, you can get $300,000, and let's say your average wholesale fee at the beginning is $20,000, and so it's like 15 deals in one, right? But if it's taking all of your time and there's a low likelihood of it going through, and you're not focusing on these other deals because you're so excited about this one, and you're not keeping up with your pipeline, or you're not generating other opportunities, then you're really hurting yourself and your business. And so the piece of advice I gave my client here was keep your pipeline steady, be generating other opportunities. We had fun talking about this deal. I said, you have to be stoic about it. Let's do a thought experiment. Let's say this deal doesn't go through. Okay, what are the other opportunities? What are the other deals you're working on? How are those going? Right, keeping his mind on the ball. Right, a big mistake. A lot of wholesalers who are getting started, and a lot of real estate investors, you get a big deal on your hands. A lot of times they drop everything. Like you drop everything and just focus on it. Like I've been there. And sometimes they panned out, sometimes they haven't. And when you don't have even $10,000 deals in the pipeline, and you've spent 30 days working on this deal that doesn't work out, then it's like starting from ground zero the next day. So you got to keep the pipeline full, and you have to effectively allocate your time. You can even do a little thought experiment and be like, okay, what's the likelihood of this $300,000 deal going through? Is it 5%? Then ask this, how much of my time am I allocating to this particular deal? Right? And are you allocating 80% of your time to it? Well, if that's the case, you should probably drop that time allocation to what the deal deserves. 5%, maybe 10%. Okay, maybe it's 20%. But now the other 80% of your time, focus on the other deals that have a much higher likelihood of going through, maybe 50%, 60%, 75%. We cannot just think that every single deal is going to work out, right? There's a lot of things that can go wrong. Something can pop up in title, and now all your buyers are disinterested. Or, especially if it's a unique deal and the home's $1.2 million and you only have a couple buyers for it. Well, let's say this buyer only buys a $1.2 million house every few months or 6 months or once a year, and they end up finding another deal with less hair on it and they buy that, and now you don't have any more buyers for this particular deal because it's so unique. Whereas you have these other deals you're working on that you'll make $10,000, $20,000 wholesale fees on. The majority of buyers want these deals because they're more standard fix and flips. That's the one thing I wanted to share today, is keep your pipeline full. And remember, it's great to catch a whale every now and then. We always want to catch whales. But you know what? When you're fishing, you still got to catch fish, all right? And the fish are the smaller deals. I hope everyone is having a great start to their year. I hope everyone is learning and most importantly, implementing And if you haven't got your first deal yet, keep it going. You know, there's no reason why you can't get your first deal in the next 30, 60, 90 days. The only people that don't get their first deals, the only people that don't have success in real estate are the ones that stop. So if you just keep working at it, you're going to make it happen. If you keep learning, you keep treating failure as feedback, you'll always be in the clear. All right. So everyone take care. Talk to you soon. Alex out. See you.